If you're looking for an easy and healthy way to enjoy oats for breakfast or as a snack, then you need to try these delicious and nutritious baked oatmeal cups. They're similar to muffins but with a chewier texture, and these are made without any flour. In fact, these oatmeal cups use many of the same wholesome ingredients that you typically use when making oatmeal or overnight oats. They're fantastic for meal prepping ahead of time and easily customizable with all sorts of ingredients and flavors. They're super kid-friendly and huge time savers for those of us with busy schedules, and great for whenever we need something quick and easy to just grab and go. Today, I'll show you 5 of my favorite go-to recipes, including a simple base recipe that you can customize yourself. Let's get into it. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. Dealing with the stresses and pressures of our day-to-day can be hard for many of us, myself included. I've personally struggled with burnout in the past when trying to manage a stressful and demanding job. It was when I started feeling mentally and physically exhausted all the time that I realized I was burned out and needed to learn tools to better manage my stress and anxiety. Because of that, I'm a big supporter of therapy as a way to work through life's challenges when it comes to mental health. Prioritizing self-care is really important when life gets overwhelming, but it can also be hard to find time for. That's where BetterHelp comes in. Finding a therapist can be challenging depending on where you live or other life circumstances. BetterHelp is a platform that makes access to therapy easy and flexible because everything is online and remote from the comfort of your home. Once you fill out a questionnaire, BetterHelp can match you up with a therapist, usually in as little as 48 hours. Finding the right match is important, and they make it easy to switch therapists at no additional cost. It's super easy to sign up and get started. You can go to betterhelp.com/toastyapron or choose Toasty Apron during sign-up to receive a special discount off your first month of therapy. Again, thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the recipes. First, let's start off with this simple base recipe that I'm going to use in all of my flavor combos today that you can easily adapt with your own ingredients. Into a mixing bowl, let's add 1.5 cups of rolled oats. I like using rolled oats for a chewier texture, but you can also use quick oats if you prefer. Then add half a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. Give these dry ingredients a good mix. Then, into a separate bowl, mix together a 3/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, 1 large beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give these wet ingredients a good mix with a whisk. As a tip, if you want to make this vegan, you can replace the egg with a flax egg by mixing together 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed with 3 tablespoons of water. This is a quick and easy way to replace 1 large egg in any baking recipe. Once that's done, add your wet ingredients into the bowl with your dry ingredients. This is now our base recipe that we can either bake and enjoy as is, or customize with our favorite ingredients. You can use fruits, nuts, seeds, chocolate chips, whatever you like. For this, I'm going to add half a cup of raspberries, 2 tablespoons of chopped pecans for a bit of crunch, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Give it a quick stir to fold the ingredients into the batter. Then we're going to grab a 6-cup muffin tin and give it a quick spray with cooking oil. Or you can also use these convenient silicone liners that fit nicely into each muffin cup, which removes the need for any cooking spray. The ones I use are from the brand OXO, which have these easy pull tabs that make the muffins super easy to remove. Feel free to check them out in the video description below. Let's then pour the batter into each cup, making sure we distribute the liquid and ingredients equally. I'm also going to top it off with some extra raspberries. Then throw our muffin tin into a preheated oven to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. All ovens are different, so cooking times may vary. Or if you want to make these in an air fryer, you can pop in a few silicone liners and cook for 12 to 15 minutes at 330 degrees Fahrenheit. Once they're done, let's take them out and pierce a toothpick into the center of a muffin cup to check for doneness. If it comes out clean, it's ready to eat. Otherwise, cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes. Then, once you've let them cool down for a few minutes, they should easily slide right out with a butter knife. As you can see, these oatmeal cups are perfectly baked. Slightly brown on the outside with a crispy top layer, and soft and tender with a slightly chewy texture on the inside. And the fresh berries add some nice tartness and juiciness into every bite. These are great for meal prep. You can store these away in an airtight container in the fridge for up to a week, or in the freezer for up to 3 months. Just thaw and reheat them in the microwave for about 30 seconds, or in the toaster oven when you're ready to enjoy them. Our next recipe is these cinnamon-flavored apple raisin oatmeal cups. Into a bowl, let's combine 1.5 cups of rolled oats, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give these dry ingredients a good mix. Then, into a separate bowl, let's add a 3/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, 1 large beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce. Let's whisk these wet ingredients until it's well mixed, and then we're going to add in our dry ingredients from earlier. And then for our mix-ins, let's add half a cup of diced apple, and 2 tablespoons of raisins. Give everything a stir to fold the mix-ins into the batter. Then, let's grab our muffin tin, grease it with cooking spray, and then divide our batter mixture evenly into each cup. Throw it into our preheated oven for 25 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. When it's ready, take it out and let it cool down for a few minutes. When we slide these out, we can see that they're perfectly cooked. Brown on the outside and crispy on the top, with a soft and moist inside that's packed with cinnamon and little pieces of apple and raisins that make it sweet, chewy, and crunchy in each bite. Next up are these orange cranberry oatmeal cups with a refreshing hint of citrus. First, we're going to grab an orange or a mandarin and squeeze 2 tablespoons of orange juice and grate half a tablespoon of orange zest using a fine grater. Then, into a bowl, let's combine 1.5 cups of rolled oats, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give these dry ingredients a good mix. Then, into a separate bowl, let's add a 3/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk, 1 large beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, along with our 2 tablespoons of orange juice, and half a tablespoon of orange zest. Give these wet ingredients a good mix with a whisk, and then add in our dry ingredients from earlier. As for our mix-ins, we're going to add half a cup of dried cranberries and 2 tablespoons of coconut flakes. Give everything a stir until all the ingredients are well combined. And then let's grab our muffin tin, grease it with cooking spray, and distribute our batter into each cup in equal amounts. Throw it into our preheated oven to bake for 25 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. When it's ready, let it cool down for a few minutes. These orange cranberry oatmeal cups have a delicious blend of sweetness from the dried cranberries and coconut flakes, with a little pop of citrus from the orange juice and orange zest without being overly sweet. Next up, let's make these moist and flavorful strawberry banana oatmeal cups. First, we're going to grab a large ripened banana that's browned or spotted, which will be sweeter in taste. Let's take 3/4 of the banana and mash it onto a plate until it turns into a puree. I'm then going to slice the remaining 1/4 of the banana into small pieces. Then, into a bowl, let's combine 1.5 cups of rolled oats, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give it a quick mix. Then, into a separate bowl, let's add a 3/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk, 1 large beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, along with our mashed banana from earlier. Whisk these wet ingredients until they're mixed and smooth, and then let's add in our dry ingredients from earlier. As for our mix-ins, let's add 1/3 cup of sliced strawberries and 1 tablespoon of sliced almonds. Fold them into our batter until everything is well combined. Then grab our muffin tin, grease it with cooking spray, and evenly divide our mixture into each cup. Let's then take our banana slices from earlier and add them on top of each muffin cup. Throw it into the oven for about 25 minutes. When it's ready, you'll notice that these oatmeal cups are super moist because of the mashed banana. The natural sweetness of the banana, mixed with the tartness of the strawberries, is a perfect combination of flavors with an incredibly delicious aroma. For our final recipe, these double chocolate oatmeal cups are super easy and super delicious. Into a bowl, let's combine 1.5 cups of rolled oats, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Give it a quick mix. Then, into a separate bowl, let's add a 3/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, 1 large beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give it a stir with a whisk, and then let's add our dry ingredients into the bowl. For our mix-ins, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of mini chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of chopped walnuts for a bit of crunch. Let's fold these ingredients into our batter so that everything is well combined. Then, let's grab our muffin tin, grease it with cooking spray, and distribute our batter into each cup in equal amounts. Throw it into the oven for about 25 minutes. When it's done, take it out and let it cool down. These oatmeal cups are again soft and chewy on the inside, crispy on top, with a rich and decadent chocolate flavor. You also get a bit of delicious gooey melted chocolate and a nutty crunch in every bite. With these 5 easy recipes, you can whip up a batch of simple and delicious oatmeal cups with a few simple, wholesome ingredients and very little prep involved. They're easily customizable so you can create your own flavors at home or adjust the recipes as you like. Give these a try, I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch more, click here for another video. And if you enjoy my content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.